All right, y'all. Bitcoin is currently testing a very, very important level of resistance right now. And the question on everybody's mind is, are we going to be able to break through this resistance? Because right now, if we can come above the very important level of about $39,500, Bitcoin will very, very likely come up to much higher prices. But we need to talk about what's happening so that you can be prepared. So make sure to like the video, make sure to subscribe to the channel. So let's talk about what has been happening with this Bitcoin price, because it's actually super, super important. If we come to some of these higher time frames, like let's go to the 4-hour, for example, we can see that for quite some time, Bitcoin has been finding very, very nice resistance around that $45,000 level. In fact, for the past few months, we've literally been going from the high to the low, to the high, to the low, back to the high. And when we came to this high, we did something quite interesting, which was we actually put in a lower high with a very significant rejection. In fact, if we go to the 1-hour time frame, we can see that as the price was coming up into this key area of resistance, market cipher B was giving us momentum coming down. This is always a sign that we are not going to be able to break through that resistance. Not always a sign, but very, very often it's a sign that we won't be able to break through the resistance. Now, this was a trade setup we did give in advance in the VIP Discord, because as we were coming to the resistance, we were noticing in advance that the momentum and the money flow on market cipher B was coming down. Shout out to everybody who took this trade. It's currently up hundreds of percent in profit. This is a shot of my take profit one, up hundreds of percent in profit. We were then able to take some scalp trades, some scalp longs along the way down, guys. Support, right? Shout out to everybody who's been taking these trades. And by the way, if you want to get into the VIP Discord, you can go to patreon.com/Jason Casper to join a thriving community of traders, helping each other out, helping each other grow. It's pretty awesome, guys. But then what happened is we came down to this key level of support. And why is this such an important level of support? This level of support is so important. And I made a video about this maybe a few days ago, I think yesterday. It's so important because it is a golden pocket Fibonacci retracement. It's a weekly support, a daily support, a value area low, and a high volume node. What that means, in case anybody doesn't know, is if we're going to be looking at all this price action that has traded since January, we can see that if we just analyze the volume here, that down here is the value area low, where if Bitcoin comes below the level of 38.2, it's considered oversold. And so we would expect, if we come into oversold territory, with also market cipher being oversold, giving us bullish divergences, then we would come back into that value area, which is exactly what happened. I made a video this morning when we were down here at about 38.2, saying I am long from here, and I am actually long from $38,000. I'm still holding the long, guys. I have really no reason to get rid of it. This was my entry at 38,068, my cumulative entry. I was dollar cost averaging in. But what has happened now is we have come up to a very important area of resistance. And we need to talk about this, because if we go to a lower time frame, let's go to the 12-minute time frame and turn on some local levels of support and resistance, we can see that Bitcoin has come up to a very important level of resistance. It is a daily level of resistance. It is also a 0.886 Fibonacci level of resistance. It is also a high volume node. If we just take a look at the volume that traded in this little chunk of price action here, we can see that we do have a high volume node that Bitcoin came right up into before getting a rejection. And we also did see some bearish divergences on market cipher B. So what is going to happen here? It is crucial that Bitcoin comes in and puts in a high that is higher than this right here. And I would say we need to come above and hold above 39,500, 39,600. Why that level? It's all about market structure, guys. If we are looking for a real reversal here from this move to the downside, we need to put in a higher high so that we can then put in a higher low and continue on up with the upward bullish market structure. If we are unable to come above this important zone of resistance right here where we are currently rejecting, then my concern is that Bitcoin will not be able to have the strength to continue to stay above the $38,000 level, and it's much more likely that we will come down to the bottom of this massive kind of sideways market that we have here, and come back down to around, you know, the $34,000 area. This is a very, very crucial area. So I'm really keeping my eyes out. I still have my long open. My stop loss is just at my entry. So right around $38,000 is where my stop loss is. But I did also take a short from here because there is the chance that we are just going to continue down from here. Okay, so I also did take the short. This is my short right here. Very high leverage. I'm kind of treating this like a hedge, guys, right? Because I've already ensured that it's not going to be a loss by taking partial profits, stop loss to the entry. But, you know, my long, I'm going to keep that open. If my long gets stopped out of my entry, I do want to be hedged in a really nice short position. So that's kind of what I'm doing here. And by the way, if you do want to learn how to trade this way, where you can find these key levels in advance, to take the short from right here, take the long right from here, and then take the short from right here, you can go to jasoncaspertrading.com. This course will give you the knowledge and the skills you need to become a confident, profitable trader. It will walk you through step by step everything you need to have that foundation so that you always have a plan before any trade you take. You know where you're going to be looking for trades, you know where you're going to take profit, you know where your stop loss goes. You will learn how to stop FOMO trading, stop chasing price, stop trading with emotions, tested strategies, as well as risk management, guys. Check it out. There's a 30% discount in the description of the video. So we know we're at a crucial area of resistance, getting some kind of rejection here. What I'm looking for right now, guys, is this. I want to see Bitcoin come down no lower than this right here. No lower than this golden pocket, okay, at around 38,300. Because if we do, let's say that we are getting a move to the upside here, we come up, reject golden pocket, come down, lose the golden pocket, then I would get much more bearish, okay? What I'm really hoping is that we find our support somewhere around this level, maybe even having found it already, and then come up to put in a higher high, and really to reclaim that 40K, I mean really 39.5, but coming above these highs is really what we need to do. And if we come above these highs of really between 39.5, 39.6K, then honestly, I do think we can get a much bigger move to the upside. And the first major area of resistance that I would be looking for would be this right here. We have a very high volume node coming in right around the 41.6K area as well. If we take our golden pocket Fibonacci retracement from this swing high at 44.1 to that low we put in, we can see we have perfect confluence. So if we can come above these highs, guys, it's going to be a very smooth move back up here, okay? Very smooth move, like we just ate a whole bunch of oatmeal and bran flakes and raisins and prunes and a fiber supplement and a whole bunch of broccoli raw. We would have a very smooth move back up to this area here, okay? And of course, if we reclaim this area, then potentially we could see higher prices. But that's it for Bitcoin, guys. That's the good, the bad, the ugly. Make sure to like the video. Make sure to subscribe to the channel, guys. Blessings to everybody in the name of Jesus the Messiah, Yeshua the Messiah. I pray everybody is super blessed. And I never know how to end these dang videos.